Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this live trading session today. Today, for Black Friday, we're going to have a special bonus. Together, we have our pro traders, Patrick and Maciej. Welcome, guys.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, everyone. Nice to have you all here again.
So today we have, we're going to do kind of like at the beginning, we're going to do our MenthorQ playbook and preparation for the day. And then once we get started with the market, we're going to go into kind of the live trading. So we're going to start with looking at the data from the dashboard, and I'm going to pass it on to you, Patrick, to guide me through what we want to see and what we want to look for the day.
Yeah, so today I want to show you how I was setting up my dashboard so that everyone who is maybe a futures trader and like the really simple approach like what I'm liking on the same way, maybe you can copy this or you can learn from this. I'm starting my day always with the wall models. Fabio. So let me know when you can click on this.
Yeah.
All right. So when we have the wall models, we can see the wall control fund model. And with the wall control fund model, there's something what is always in my mind. And as you remember, Fabio, we was talking about the Japanese yen carry trade when we get the Black Swan event and the market was crashing. Something was really cooking, and we was seeing this a little bit earlier on the wall control fund model. And that's why I'm starting always with the wall control fund model. And what's for me really interesting is the second part. It's the realized volatility. When we compare realized volatility 1 month, red line, with realized volatility 3 months. So I want to see the crossover, and then I know I'm be a little bit in trouble if the red line is a little bit dominated. And what we can see now, we bounced from the 3-month level. So this is always something where I'll be looking every single day since we have the Japanese carry trade. And second, what I'm looking for, and it's really interesting for me, since we have this, is the cross-assessed volatility tracker. And maybe you can say something to this, Fabio. Why is this important? Because today we see the VIX with low wall and buying option bears. What is this meaning?
So here what we do is we look at the volatility risk premium, which is the difference between realized volatility or historical volatility and implied volatility, which is the volatility priced by the option market, right? So we know that volatility is kind of like a rubber band. Historical volatility, implied volatility tend to be close together, but there are times where they're not, and that's when we find outliers.
Yes, perfect.
So what this is comparing is the 3 months historical volatility percentile versus the 3 months implied volatility percentile, and you see that the VIX is currently in the low kind of like historical volatility percentile. So you see it there, and you can use this to kind of spot potential strategies for option plays, but also as a future trader, you can understand how the market is pricing risk.
That's perfect. So basically, this is really where I'm starting with to get an overview. So because of the Japanese yen carry trade with the risk, with the Black Swan event, I was remember how important is the wall fund model with our new model, what you're showing now. So that's something where I'm looking for. Is there some assessed? What is really interesting for me? Is there maybe the VIX, QQQ? What ETF is there? So that I have a much better idea and can focusing on all this stuff. And then, as you most know, I'm looking only for 3 major assets. I have on my side the VIX, the NQ, the ES, NDX, and SPX. So, and I have some little tiny routine. It's a daily routine for me. I'm starting always with the indices and stocks. I click on end of the day, and I'm starting with the VIX, because the VIX is first what I want to see where we are based on the volatility. And if we're starting, we see directly the volume and open interest chart. If I'm clicking on this, for me, it's really interesting to see who's dominated at the moment. What has changed? Where's the puts? Where are the calls? This is really, really interesting. And at the moment, we can see, based on open interest, the 18.5, the 20. So that's the area where I'm looking for, between the 20 and the 18.5. So that's something where I have directly some bias. Then I'm looking into the net checks, all expirations. I'm clicking on it, and then I'm thinking about this, what I was seeing on the open interest. Is this also something what I'm seeing on the net DEX? Yes, I'm seeing this. It's also confirming. Then I'm going into the net checks, all expiration. I'm checking, double checking if I'm seeing correctly what I'm seeing before. Yes, I see it perfectly. So now I have some little idea what's going on the VIX. So, and I want to have also a long-term view. So therefore we have our 5-day swing model for the VIX. Now I'm looking into the success rate. The lower band is trigger me, and I'm seeing, oh, lower band success rate 80% on 31 days. Perfect. So 17 is the same area what I was talking about with the 20 and near the 1850. So it will be matched with this. And I'm going into the 20-day swing model, because it's also really interesting, because here we have now a 100% success rate in the next 27 days with the lower band from 15. So really interesting for me. Now I can connect all the dots together. And why I'm going through these models, what we're showing you, because after this, I have my levels, my trading view levels. This I will copy into my MenthorQ custom level. And I'm copy this only when I was looking into all the data, what I was presenting to you. Because it's a routine. Before I put any stuff into my indicator or I plot something, I'm looking first into the assessed if there's something really cooking. And last but not least, when I was copy everything, we have also now the model, volatility risk premium for VIX. And then we can look into this and we can see, is there undervalued or are we overvalued? And we get the last information what we really need. So that's my A plan. That's my morning routine. Before I plot everything, I check the models. I check what's going on the market with the VIX. So after this, I'm doing exactly the same with the SPX. Before I'm going to the NQ, I'm starting with SPX. Why? I'm starting with the SPX. Fabio, why is the SPX so dominated based on options volume and all this stuff?
Well, SPX is the asset with the most option activity. So definitely there's like the most option volume is on SPX. We also have a lot of zero DTEs flow on SPX. So that can also move the market quite a bit during the day. So it's very important just to always have it in your mind.
Exactly. So starting first with the vol models to get a bigger picture about the risk in the market. Second, I'm starting with the VIX to get an overview about volatility. Then I'm starting with the SPX at third, because it's for me really important. This is where the most options, volume, and pressure is. I'm doing exactly the same stuff. So looking first on the volume and open interest chart. Is there something what is dominated? And there's something what shines out. It's the 6,800. It shines out a little bit. And then we have the 7,000. I'm looking only for the magnets who shines out so that I can have this really in my mind. And then last but not least, we're going through the net checks to see where we have pressure on the net DAX. So is there something shining out very big? No, nothing really big, what I'm seeing on my end. Then we go into the NetChex multi-expiration, and then we're looking for the big magnets. So we have 6760 big magnet, 6700 big magnet, and 7020 big magnet. So that's for me something what is really important when I map on my chart as a magnet. I'm looking as futures traders for the big magnets, because the big magnets are attracting mostly the market. And then I'm starting again with the 5-day swing model, 20-day swing model, and last but not least, I copy all the levels into my chart, what we have there. The same I will be doing with NDX. I will not go and choose this with you guys. But then, last but not least, we're going into the futures. And Maciej was saying something today that we have now changed our contract on gold. And MenthorQ can help you, because first, I will highly recommend everyone start with the active futures. When you're going into the future space, then you can click on the active futures, and then you can search for the ticker. I'm using NQ as my main ticker, and I'm seeing directly what is my major contract, NQZ 2025, and I can click on it. And then the new future space will be open, and I have everything there, what is really important for me. The same way, I have the NetChex all expiration, NetChex multi-expiration. I'm looking into the options matrix. I'm looking into the future price curve. And then at least I copy manually all my levels for TradingView, the TradingView levels, and the blind spots in the indicator. But I was learning that I don't use the normal indicator end of the day, because otherwise I become so lazy. But this is only for me, Fabio. So otherwise I become so lazy, because with this in mind, how I'm structuring my dashboard, I become much more focused and I know exactly what's going on in the market. So first I was learning to use the dashboard to understand all the graphics and all the data, what we really simplify for you guys, and then copy the levels into my chart and go into the chart and make the analysis based on the data on my chart. So that's my simple, easy approach.
And to add to that, Patrick, of course, you do copy paste the level, but we also have the end of day indicator or the intraday indicator where the levels automatically update the backend. So you can use both. Patrick obviously does copy the levels, so you can either do that or you can use the two indicators. So we have the option there available for you.
Yeah, 100%. And the major reason, Fabio, I was also using the end of the day indicator, the intraday indicator. And you know what, Fabio? Sometimes it's so easy and it's so comfortable, and I really enjoy it that we have the end of the day indicator, that everything is automatically plotted. We have for all our other tools, we have our API, and it became so easy. You have this directly on your chart. And you know what sometimes has happened? I don't look anymore to the NetChex. I don't look anymore to the options matrix, because I have this already on my chart. And for me, this is the clear move, my reminder every single day. And also before I put in the intraday levels manually, that I have to check everything again. I have to go step by step by step until I copy the levels. This is only for me. It works for me because, you know, sometimes I'm a lazy guy. And this is how I remind myself, guys, be careful. Let's look into the data first before you plot something. But it's only for me. All right. I say now, let's move to the charts, and I will pass this over to you, Maciej.
So after this amazing intro, I'm speechless, really, fellas. I'm speechless. I can also add to this that in my view, usually what I also do is taking a look from our dashboard or from a Discord, doesn't matter, to CTA positions and checking how it changed day by day. So for example, from yesterday, we are near 0.3%, a little bit more of course, for today CTA long positions. Nasdaq, NQ, the same, 0.9 to 1.3%. This is a really good tip. Also, we can look for a DAX. They also turning around and growing to the positive value, what it telling to us. So we have good news, good vibe of the market. So after checking what is going on end of the day, later 8 Eastern time, we also have new snapshot from intraday levels, and we can plot it together. So, for example, right now we are sitting on ES Zulu contract. The main strike right now is 67.50. We are a little bit above, so this is exactly this zone between call resistance 0 DTE, gamma wall, blind spot 2, also one day minimum from SPY and blind spot 1 with 2, creating this amazing zone. So this is very interesting. Another bigger strike, 68.50 plus minus. Take a look in positive gamma regime, and where is changing? Exactly here, 67.00. So HVL 0 DTE is exactly our line. When after this box, I will show you exactly which one. HVL 0 DTE to HVL, this 15-point zone. After crossing, we are in negative regime, and what we can expect, much more extended moves, much more nervous on the market, but staying above, supporting us, going usually to the higher prices. So for today, ES main strike 67.55, tomorrow 67.00 also is our line from positive to negative regime to jump. The bigger strike 67.25, later 68.00 and 68.85, 80 plus minus. So this is very interesting. Remember, this week ends on Wednesday, so be careful. And what we can see, similar view. Right now we are in the middle zone between two magnetic zones on ES. On NQ, we are battling above HVL 0 DTE, put support 0 DTE, also with lower band and risk trigger from yesterday, especially from NDX and QQQ when we converting 5-day swing model to NQ charts. Then what we have? First resistance sitting around 25,150 to 25,300. What we have here? 2 times 1 day max, call resistance, gamma wall, blind spots, and not only. We have a lot stuff here. And when we take a look on the bigger picture, yes, exactly, we spent here a lot of time. So this zone, it will be our first big resistance. And let's take a look together. It makes sense? Of course. 24,900 is our changing point. Everything above is right now in positive gamma regime. Main strikes 25 plus minus, later 25,400 and 25,950, 26,000. This is looks from whole gamma exposure expiration right now for Zulu contract. The last two expirations. So for today, the bigger strike is sitting in negative regime, 24,800. Above we are jumping to positive gamma regime, and first main strike is 25,150. But if we stay below 24,850, what we have next? 24,600 till 500. And I think right now this is the most interesting stuff for today. Tomorrow, a little bit different picture. We have two main strikes. Red one from the negative gamma exposure is sitting above positive. Perhaps we will be sitting in the box tomorrow between 25,200 and 25 as a round number. So looking right now to our charts, be careful because we are on ES nowhere right now, between two zones. On NQ right now, everything supporting us to going to the higher zone. And let's also take a look what is going on the VIX. VIX is sitting around number 20. What it means for us? That we should have around 1.3% move on SPX or ES. What it means for us? Around 70-80 points for today is expected move. Also, on SPY, we are above HVL 0 DTE with put support and blind spot 5, another big magnetic zone, 675, creating call resistance with gamma wall from 0 DTE perspective. Later, 1-day max, blind spot 10, and upper band from 2 days ago. So right now, we can say we are in the middle zone, waiting for a signal, some confirmations. QQQ right now battling on HVL 0 DTE. What it means for us usually, if we staying above, price is supporting going higher. We are not staying in extended environment. If we staying below, extended moves, and we can jump very quickly to put support and 1-day min. This is right now how I will be looking for our markets. Patrick, what you think about this?
Yeah, it's perfect. The only thing what I would be doing at the moment is maybe Fabio, you can show my dashboard again, please.
Is it similar view on the end?
Yeah. So, but
awesome.
I will give some note again because
Extra.
it's so. Yeah, I will give some note. It's so important. So if we're going into the intraday, Fabio, and then we're clicking on SPX, for example, we are now here on SPX. So that's why I have also the process. He was explaining this very, very cool, and I be 100% agree. One thing what I want also be stressed is look with every snapshot what we have, because you was saying this, Maciej, and this came from you, that the first snapshot is so important for us. Look also at the GAX difference versus end of the day. If you click on it, you see a nice picture. You see at the moment 6705. Below this, we have a little bit pressure to the downside. And if we be staying above, we have some big magnet who could support us. So this is also something where I'm looking for with the GAX difference, end of the day with the snapshot, and then also GAX difference versus previous snapshot, but therefore in the morning it's too early. This is where you can look for SPX, I would highly recommend. And then if you click only, for example, now on VIX, maybe, Fabio, you see also the difference between the end of the day. It's also really interesting. And we can see that more and more red is coming in. We get negative jacks. So it's looking like more the 19 is more the bigger target for now. But this is when the market will be open, everything can be changed. So that's why, Maciej, I would say everything is perfect. I'll be 100% agree with this. But the first intraday snapshot when the market is open, as you was saying, is so important, and I would be also looking into this.
Sure, of course. Taking a look how looks pre-market and after the bell picture is very important for us.
That's why what we teaching in the pro room, be patient. Wait for your setup. Don't get the gun too early. Wait. Be patient. Wait maybe for the first intraday snapshot. If it's there, you get a much better and clear overview about the market. Everything can be changed. Yesterday was a really good example. Pre-market, everything was looking like bearish. I was also thinking like, oh man, it could be going down. And then what was happened? 1 minute after the bell, we get Nvidia news. Few minutes later, we get Kremlin news about Ukraine. And the news jumping in. Good news. And the BS is completely changed. So that's why, Maciej, what we teaching also have a plan A and B and C.
Plan B and C. Exactly.
Correct.
So sometimes
Not
it's
get
better.
married in one direction.
Sometimes it's better step back, wait for new snapshots, have a new fresh brain, new view, and wait for your signal, and voila, you will be very happy.
Exactly. I hope, guys, you're all happy with us. So we have 2 minutes left. This is one of the cool NQ playbook session. So what you get my setup on my dashboard, why I'm looking first into the data before I plot this. No matter if you put this manually or you use the API or use the end of the day indicator or the intraday indicator, it doesn't matter. I think personally it's really matter that you're looking also into the data, what the data is telling you. And I be a futures trader and I make it really simple as possible. And as you're also saying, Maciej, have a clear structure on your chart. Use the data, read the data, connecting the dots, building your trading roadmap. That's so important, guys. And then last but not least, using the intraday levels. If you be an ES trader, if you be an NQ trader, so you have SPX, you have SPY. If you be an NQ trader, you have QQQ, you have NDX. Don't forget the VIX, the change from them, and then you'll be really good and you're really good prepared for the market. Everything else is your edge and your A+ setup. And guys, I hope you was enjoying this. Fabio, do you want to add something to this?
So I think, Patrick, we have one complete session, so we don't have two sessions. So we're going to be here on this stream also for the live training. So I think maybe what we do is we take a 10 minutes break or something, and then we come back. Take a 10 minutes break or something, and then we come back.
Okay, then we have a live training session, so let's go.
Yes.
I'm more than happy. I would say let's make a break for 15 minutes, and then we are good.
Yeah. And meanwhile, I think we have an echo. And meanwhile, guys, so here you can see our Black Friday promo starting today. So if you guys want to join us, you have all the links here. We have a special offer for our Pro access. So if you want to trade live with Patrick and Maciej and the team, you can use the link here. Just scan the QR code. So we'll be back in 15 minutes and we're going to start our live trading session.
All right. So we will see us soon. Enjoy it. And then we are good.
All right, guys, welcome back. Let me know, Patrick, if you guys are back.
Yeah, I'm back. Welcome back, everyone.
Awesome. Let us know, Marcia, if you can also hear us.
All right. So one thing where we can looking into directly, because we are now in a live trading session, I'm telling you always about my A plus setup, about the touchdown from the VIX. What I really like to see, this is when we're touching the call resistance or the call resistance 0 DTE or the put support and the put support 0 DTE. We was talking about this in the last session also. And today, if you're using the intraday levels from the VIX, you was seeing that we're now touching the call resistance 0 DTE. And what we get the reaction to the downside on NQ. I be in the short. I'm holding at the moment my short. Why? Because we was touching the call resistance 0 DTE. I have a really good edge in this. And yeah, so this is my first open trade. So let's see, but we have a few minutes before the market will be open. So I hope the move will be really quick, so that I don't be in the trade when the market will be open. So then I will be taking out my position really quick. And Fabio, do you was seeing something on your end? What could be interesting for us today? Maybe economic side, news side. Is there something what you was mentioned, what you can mention, or where people talking about?
I think more like so we had a lot of questions yesterday about the move from yesterday. We broke through the levels, and so I think it's interesting to see how the market will reposition at the open today. We've seen an increase in bullishness within the indices over the past from the weekend, so from yesterday compared to what it was on Friday. We have a positive seasonality on SPX now. So I'm monitoring that. We also had a change in the direction on our crypto models yesterday. So I think that's also like an interesting sign. So monitoring those kind of macro asset would be very important for us, I think.
All right, I'm taking out my position because I don't like it. Have an open position on the market open. I don't want to be involved in the volatility. So the only thing what I can say with the first trade, so as I was telling you, looking for call resistance UDTE, put support UDTE. When we hitting this on the VIX, it's not always, nothing is 100%, but I have a good confidence in this. I can only speak from my end that we get some moves. Sometimes we have to wait a little bit, but the move is always looking crazy. And we was getting this as a scalper, of course, not as a swing trader, scalper. And one thing why I'm also getting out of the move, if you're looking into the SPX, I was using intraday levels with the last snapshot. We have also now the high vol 0 DTE level there on SPX. There is where we can expect more volatility if we go and prove this. And I know when we're touching high vol 0 DTE or high vol on SPX, this is a little bit volatility kicks in, so we can have a bit shake it off, so we can have quick moves to the upside, quick moves to the downside. I don't like it in my position, so that's why I'm clearly out. And Maciej, you be back? Let us know. All right. He will be back soon, I think. But no worries. This is how we play. Sometimes we have to be patient. And if you have only one good trade for today, that's it. No worries. And we are good.
And Patrick, maybe I don't know if I can share my screen. Maybe one interesting part and I want to, let me share my screen 1 second.
Yeah.
So you always mention plan A and plan B. So what I'm showing here is I'm using TrendSpider, and we now have a new indicator with historical levels. So what you can see here is the current data from today over here. And then from yesterday, we can see how the levels have played out. So we got like a few questions on how to handle a day like yesterday where we broke through all the levels, which obviously it's also a very, very interesting setup. How do you plan, for example, how did you plan maybe yesterday? I don't know if you were trading yesterday, but could you explain
Yeah.
how you look at the data when we have a bullish day or a bearish day?
So there is one thing, and we was talking about this yesterday for our premium members and pro members and the SPX recap, and this is why I was stressed this in the playbook session before what we have, how important this is to looking into our dashboard and to look into the net exchange versus end of the day. And yesterday, you was really clearly seen with the first snapshot that there was a big magnet. So some level was shining out really big. And this was the 6,705, Fabio. And they was coming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you have data like this, and the market goes into this, I know I was learning this from you, Fabio, and you was saying to me in the beginning when I was joining MenthorQ, hey, Patrick, mostly the big levels where there's a big pressure, what is this meaning for us? They are big magnets. Correct, Fabio?
Yes, absolutely.
And this is exactly what I was using. I was using what you was teaching me also. You were saying to me, hey, big magnets, be careful. This is where the market can possibly going if the trend is valid. And this was exactly what we were seeing yesterday. And I was following only the trend. I was following the data from MenthorQ. The SPX recap video is on YouTube. We was uploading this yesterday. So in this case, you can jump in. You can go into the YouTube channel from us and then take a look into this. It was really great. And yeah, we was explained this yesterday very well.
Awesome. Thank you.
And I think you muted Maciej, maybe. Could this be possible?
Yep.
Sorry.
Now I'm unmuted. Yep, I'm still sitting with you, trying to talk, but with muted turn off, cannot do nothing. But not worries, we are still 6 minutes to the bell, so we can do what we can. So on TradingView right now, I input, paste exactly net checks from 0DTE. Left upper screen is ES, blue line SPX, blue labels are from SPX converting to ES chart using manual ratio 1. What it means for us? Exactly right now we are sitting above HVL 0DTE on SPX and below is HVL. White labels are for main chart for ES, blind spot yellow lines also for ES, and later violet lines, SPY converting using autoratio, only main labels to ES. The same structure you will have on NQ, but here you will have QQQ, not SPY, and NDX price. On the downside perspective, left corner, gold, what we have? White labels, gold, new contract, G, top G, exactly, top G, what it means, February 2026, GLD converting to GCG 2026, also main labels and blind spots. Later, right now, the last one, snapshot. and here is sitting VIX. We are right now sitting on 20.2, and later we have Bitcoin with our expiration model and also with open interest, and if to can get, especially where is higher volatility on the strikes. But we have 6 minutes to start, so please check if your charts are ready, if you have new intraday labels, if everything works, do you have coffee and other stuff. And let's start in 3 minutes. Patrick, are you still sitting with short?
No, I'm take it out. As I was explaining. So first intraday level, SPX, we touching high vol UDTE. I don't like it. And we was talking about timing, setup, and location. This is something what's really important. So this is now the right time to be stay in the short. I think personally, no. Not as a day trader, because in 3 minutes we have the market open. I don't like it. I want to take my profits and waiting for the market open before I'm opening new trades.
Extra, because as you can see also from gamma 0 DTE on SPX, what I mean, blue line, 67 is our flip. So we are staying near the line where we can jump exactly to negative regime. And especially that kind of opening will be very crazy.
But Fabio, I was thinking about what you were saying. Hey guys, how we can handle trades like yesterday when the trend is so strong and everything is looking like crazy. Yeah. To be really honest, Fabio, I think in this moment there's one good way what we can teach the people, and this is trust the data, trust the process, have a good risk management in place. So when you have the data, why not trusting the data? Everything is showing like this. Have a news source, have a news quark. Is there something changing in the news market? Is there something what can ruin the trend? If something has happened, third, you have your risk management in place, what you should be have, so that this cannot be damaged. If you be too big in the market, you get nervous. So have a small position, let runners run, and enjoying and cappuccino trade. I think that's the best case what you can do, because the cappuccino trade will become in a burger trade, and it's so fun, and then you can make the money with. What you was telling the people, Fabio, when they was talking about this.
Well, I think it's also important to understand that at the top there is the macro environment of whatever happens in the news, right? So you cannot control an event. So the levels can act as magnets. They can also act as inflection point once they are broken. So I think it's very important that you have always a plan A and a plan B, or maybe even a plan C.
But my plan A for today was really like, or not for today, for yesterday, when I was receiving the news about NVIDIA and China. I don't care about what is really the news, but the news topic, NVIDIA and China, I know that's our trigger points. Maybe the market goes up or the market goes down. And this was really good information for me. What I get with NVIDIA, with China, with the sales, this was trigger points, and this was starting the move. I'm personally thinking about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, market is open, guys. Personally, I wait a little bit because we are hanging around near high vol UDTE on SPX. We was already touching core resistance UDTE. Don't get involved too early in the price movements.
HVL 0DT and Q 820 and blind spot 4 later put support and then disaster or not? Let's check. Do we stay above 67 or not?
For me, it's too early.
I try kiss and go. First touch, HVL, and blind spot 4, 820 and 285. And right now waiting if they cross the zone or not. SPX above 67 should support us. VIX, I hope, turn around. Gold also is turning around. So peaceful deal in Ukraine, perhaps in this time will be signaled.
Oh, look at the SPX and look at the NQ side by side. We get hanging fruit now. So SPX is really strong.
All my longs on NQ are on break even. Partial outs in few seconds if you're going higher.
So what I mean with hanging fruit, if you're asking, so if you see that, for example, the SPX is more likely going to the upside and NASDAQ is more looking likely to the downside, so then you have a hanging fruit. So someone is we saying about this cheating, and we have to find out who's cheating. If the SPX is going more and more to the north side, to the upside, then we have also more buy pressure on the NASDAQ, so that the NASDAQ will be following the SPX. But if the SPX is now struggling, then the NASDAQ will be going through the high vol 0 DTE, and you have a nice opportunity on SPX for shorting the market. But at the moment, I'm thinking and believing SPX is really strong. That's why I was taking the long, and I'm staying in the long now on the NASDAQ because of the hanging fruit and that we cannot going through high vol and high vol 0 DTE on NQ. So let's see if the SPX can get more momentum to the upside and leading also the NASDAQ.
If we catch this pressure, SPX should support us also. 50 points plus minus gap from HVL 0 DT to core resistance 0 DT. So I hope we catch this wind in our back. If not, risk is not too big, so no worries.
Be patient. Let it play out a little bit. Don't check it out. Remember, it's the market open. Having a small position size, adding to winners later, and you'll be good. And look at this, NASDAQ is going more and more. So I remove now my stop loss so that I cannot lose anymore. No matter what NASDAQ is doing, I'll be in profit. And I get my profits. So it was a good opening day. That's mean I'm out of the trade.
So now it's time for a little break, only 3 hours, no worries. Market is still open.
And look at this. It was a really good idea to save the profits, especially on market like this. So we have no clear direction on the NASDAQ, only on the SPX. Let's see. I was talking about the hanging fruit. Who's the cheater now to figure this out?
Also, volume on the beginning is not such a big. We haven't got any awesome spike or normal volume. No. First M5 candle is very weak.
Yeah.
I will be waiting how they figure out this battle a little bit above HVL with HVL 0 TTE blind spot and put support, so 820, 825. And remember, this week is a special week. We have only Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as a trading days, normal one.
And to be really honest, my focus is now on the SPX because I know exactly if the SPX giving up, NASDAQ can drop. But if the SPX not giving up, the NASDAQ will be follow. So that's why.
Yeah.
That's why my focus is at the moment clearly on SPX. What is SPX doing? So we are staying at 6, 7, 10. Can we stay there? Then we will be seeing, I think, some upside pressure on the NASDAQ. But if we fall below the 6, 7, 10 and we're reaching also the high volt 0 DTE, then it's not a good sign and the NASDAQ will be dropping. So that's something where I'm waiting for. Let's, as you say, let's get the fight. Let's fight and see who will be winning the battle.
Right now, I'm also taking a look at VIX, call resistance gamma wall 0 DTE. If we cross this gap 1 point, and this should support our markets. But if we staying above and crossing HVL, oh boy. We will have double trouble. We are coming down. Yeah. On entry.
Yeah.
Gold is also, after touching 1 day max 3 times today, coming back, call resistance gamma wall. Then from GLD gap plus minus 20 points, $20. Doesn't matter for us. We know how to handle with this.
But SPX is not so much interested in this.
But NASDAQ, Bigger volatility, brother. Oh boy. Main battle right now.
Yeah, be careful here. As I said,
Green on red. AMD is dropping -8%, Nvidia -5.5 plus minus. Man. VIX is going up.
Yep. But I really be patient now. It's not the right time now for me because on the SPX we stay above high volts USDT intraday levels. So that's why I'll be more careful with this, with the NQ short. I don't see any big reaction now on SPX, so that's why I be more careful. But if SPX follow, then let's go. Open the pockets.
In next 8 minutes we'll get the new snapshot. So I will wait and take a look how it changed market. 8 minutes is not such a big time. But looking at this picture, next target on NQ. Oh boy. NDX call resistance gamma wall HVL 0 DTE. If we cross this, then acceleration very quickly. Oh boy, we will much more extend. Oh, extended. Exactly.
And that's the point where I was going into the market. I was waiting that we going through the high volts USDT on SPX for a clear short. Now we get it. So just waiting, be patient. Now we can ride the wave.
Out.
I'm holding. I'm trailing.
I'm out. I'm out right now. But after that kind of acceleration, oh boy. With that kind of condition, mnyam nyam. Beautiful.
This is patience, by the way. Just wait. Be patient. Wait for a safer trade. Wait for a second confirmation. Second confirmation was clearly that the SPX was cheating us. The SPX have to go through the high vol USDT intraday level. Now we was getting this. We get the acceleration and well, voila, out of the trade, taking our profits. And that's beautiful, guys. That's so beautiful. And we get the reaction also on the VIX before on call resistance. So it was holding. A plus setup was also in the game. The short before the market was working nice.
And VIX is going up. Right now we are above HVL. So if we're staying still above 1 day max. So bigger sell-off like Black Friday offer.
So Fabio, any questions?
No, I like, I'm looking at some comments here. Love to trade with you guys. This was a great setup. Trust the level, patience, and then of course be ready when the market moves.
Sure. And we jumping right back. So with the good profits.
On ES, take a look. Also GEX3 and Q. $67 on ES. Is it called or not? Ding 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 ding.
I be stay in the short again. So I was, and now we come into the major high vol level on SPX. Woo! Come on, guys, let's go. Make Daddy great again. Now I'm trailing like crazy. All right, I'm out. Okay, done for the day. Thank you for the day. Have a good one. So that's normally when you can say you're done for the day. Come on, guys. You was having one good trade. This is where you was making your day. And to be really honest, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that you was being here, that you was seeing how the levels working together. So let's recap this. If you be in the trade, enjoy the ride. And I will be recap for you what we was seeing, what we was looking for. And I know, Fabio, you don't like it, the word, it is easy. But in my wording, with my experience now with 20 years in the market, I can tell you, with the right tools, with the right techniques, with the right mentors, with the right team on your side, trading becomes easier. So what was the setup? What was the main reason? Number one, we was talking about the VIX. And as you was seeing in the NQ playbook session, let's start with this. What we was telling you, or what I was telling you, by the way, looking first in the dashboard, in the wall model. Do you remember what I was telling Fabio about the Black Swan event? What we was looking for? It's the wall fund model. There was something not correct with the white lines, with the red lines, implied volatility, with history volatility. Something was cooking. We was talking about this. I don't recap this. Then, as second one, very important for me was starting first with the VIX. The VIX can guide you so crazy. And why? Let's jump in together on the chart. Look at the intraday level. Look at call resistance UDT. Where we get the reaction on call resistance UDT. What I was talking to you.
1 second. Let me just put the chart. So what chart do you want to show?
Oh, on Maciej's chart.
Okay, 1 second. All right.
2 minutes left to new snapshot.
So we have the call resistance UDT there on the VIX. We was touching this. I'm preaching in every single live trading sessions, in every sessions where I'm here with you lives, my friends. I'm preaching you about the call resistance UDT, call resistance, put support, and put support UDT. Fabio, can you confirm this? That I talk about every single time about this.
Yes.
Can you confirm this also, Maciej? I'm talking all single day about this.
Yes, and I will also add that we are not such a far to one-day mean on NQ, and also the same label with blind spot 2 and one-day mean from QQQ converting super zone. Perhaps we'll get some pop-up here.
Perfect. So call resistance UDT, we get the pop-up on call resistance UDT, we get the price action. Then the market was open. I was getting out of my short. Someone was cheating. SPX was going to the upside. Nasdaq was looking more to the south side. Both was high vol 0 DTE and high vol 0 DTE SPX intraday levels. So we was waiting on the confirmation that the SPX is also breaking the high vol 0 DTE level. With the break, we was joined in again in the short from the Nasdaq because we don't want to get trapped. That's one of the major reasons why we have VIX and Q SPX on our charts, that we get the bigger picture of the market. All right, that's the recap from my side. Guys, enjoy the session. We hitting one day min. We get the respect there. Perfect. What should we say about this? And this is what it is. Trading can become easy with the right tools, with the right mentors on your side, with the right team, and if you be ready to learn and want to hang around with us, guys. Fabio, anything what you want to add to this? Questions?
Let's see, guys, if you have questions, please send them in the comment. No, I mean, I think by looking at this setup here,
I take longs. Sorry for interrupt from one day mean, kiss and go, as usually. Works very well like right now. NQ, amazing. One day mean, works very well. Bomba. This is really bomba. Fantastic trade. And right now, trailing stop. 20 points is enough from the whole bottom. Thank you, Fabio, for these labels. One more time.
thank you, Massage.
Send me later an invoice, no worries.
All right, so maybe like for because obviously there's a lot of charts here, maybe we can break it down a little bit. So in the center, at the bottom, we see the VIX, and we see this big pop-up on the core resistance 0 ETs to the upside, right? So that means that obviously the VIX is inverse correlated with the market. When the VIX goes up, the market goes down. We see a massive pop-up there, level held, breakdown of the HVL on the VIX. That was the beginning of kind of like the short move on NQ or ES in that case. And then, of course, we get the one day min, I think Massage on NQ. We bounce back on the level, and then, of course, the candle now is a few points, 20, 30 points above that. So maybe if you make the NQ chart a little bit bigger, we can see the nice touch of the one day min, like exactly. So we touched that. So you got the bounce back there, and then now the candle is like standing above. So this was a great setup.
Partial out. This is amazing, Fabio. This Monday this is awesome. What I can say.
And also we are now above high wall, about the major high wall intraday level SPX. So this is also really interesting. If you maybe trying to short this again, plan A, or if you're trying to push this to the upside, plan B. So high wall could be and guidance for you, or the high wall 0 DTE, but also as we was connecting the dots, using the VIX, using the NASDAQ, using the SPX in connection together. And if both moving in the same direction, of course, VIX is correlated, so don't get me wrong. But if everything is synced together, you get a next setup. And I be all again long now because the high wall on SPX is looking so nice. I belong on the NASDAQ, so we was getting some downside pressure on the VIX again, and this is beautiful. So you have all your setups here. And we getting very often the question how we can read the charts. This is with screen time. This is with experience. Great. And one thing what you can do is you can learn this on your end, how to read the charts, how to become a better trader with MenthorQ, or you can sign up for MenthorQ. I think we have the promotion again with the yearly, Fabio, correct?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So you have two options if you can hang around with us. Options number one, and we can expand. We can shorten your learning time with MenthorQ. You can sign up for a multi-year subscription, and you get 1 month pro for free, where you can join us. And after this, if you like what we do, you can stay there and can sign up for the pro subscription. Or you use directly the Black Friday offer for the pro room. And then you will be in the beginning directly on our site. And you enjoyed what we're doing. And one goal from my side is that we're growing as a team. Yeah. So I want that you become a better trader, that you learn how to become a better trader with MenthorQ, how to read the levels much easier and better, and to make it as simple as possible for you. Because I believe really trading is simple. Everything what you need is the right tools, the right mentors, and a good mindset. That's it. That's what I personally believe. Only on my end.
Yeah, and here, Patrick, to add to that, we also have a special promo for the Pro quarterly. So for those who maybe just want to try it out, we also have a Black Friday promo there. So you can join directly the Pro for $2.99 for 3 months. So you can spend 3 months with Patrick and the team, Maciej, and the other traders, and you can kind of learn and use the same approach that we did today. Learn how to use the levels, learn how to use the data, and of course, we are live basically, I think 5 hours a day overall, Monday through Thursday, and then we have a session on Friday as well. And then we also do like group sessions sometimes on a Sunday. We have like mentorship session, masterclass on a Tuesday, and more as well.
Oh, by the way, today we have our masterclass session. So if you sign up now for the Pro Quarterly, you will receive also today our masterclass session. Maciej is doing the masterclass session for us. And Maciej, what is today's topic on the masterclass, and why is this important for the traders to understand?
Sarcastic one or the real one? So,
of course, the real one.
So, of course, our main topic for today, and I'm guessing for the next few sessions, a masterclass, of course, sessions, will be how to connect MenthorQ labels, MenthorQ dashboard, and other stuff with volume profiling, and not only. What kind of idea we can get together and how to connect this, how to manage also position, and have clear mind still with a lot of perspective using that kind of technique and vision to prepare yourself and idea for trades. Each day, each time you are coming to the market, few minutes and you will be prepared.
Exactly, and this is also recorded.
But this is a lot of knowledge, a lot of lessons, but we will try to cover this. I'm guessing perhaps 3-4 lessons, Patrick, should be enough.
Yeah, and it's recorded. So if you be a Pro member in the Academy, you have access to the recordings. If you sign up for the yearly premium, sorry guys, you have to be live there. You have not access to the recording, but as a Pro member, of course, you have all the recordings, so you can learn it. You can ask any questions. That's why we're saying this. Let's reduce the learning time, the learning curve together, and work on this, that we all become better traders together. So that's the goal. I'm not perfect. Maciej is not perfect. Fabio is not perfect. No one is perfect in the world. That's why let's grow as a team. And again, high vol ZUDTE SPX was a nice, good entry point again to get the long. And now we are tracking the high vol and high vol ZUDTE on NASDAQ. Can we go and through this? Did we get the push stronger and stronger to the upside? Let's wait, because what we have now, we have top of the hour, we get the 4-hour candle close. Now we come into the special momentum. If the momentum now going more to the upside or to the downside, with the candle close, 4-hour candle close, we will see the reaction, and I be comfortable in holding my long a little bit longer, but I'm trailing and not losing any money.
And Patrick, there was one question about what is the masterclass session, and I think the masterclass is really part of the Pro membership, and is really once a week a deep dive into a topic based on market condition.
Yeah, let me explain this. No worries. Let me explain this for you guys. So we have every Tuesday and masterclass session. So we're using the topics where you be struggling most with, or what most questions we get. So every Tuesday where we sit together and we're doing our masterclass. We're talking, as Maciej said, about the topic. And then we have this every Tuesday together. And this is really cool. This is a really deep dive learning. It's your personal coaching, group coaching. And then once a month, this is not recording, we have our group mentorship. The group mentorship, it's not recording because we will give you on open mic. We won't really go deep in maybe psychology stuff, trading stuff. Maybe you're taking some stupid losses, or you can share with us great wins, lessons learned. So this is really personal. This is where we're going also really deep. And from Monday to Friday, we have our live trading sessions, for our macro session on Friday. So you can stay with us there. So it's also recorded so that you can look into this later. You can see how we are approaching the market, what we was doing. It is around 90 minutes where we live trade together. And then after each live trading session, guys, and this is the really cool stuff. This is what I really like. We give you open mic so you can talk to us. What is this meaning? That's the best thing where you can learn. When you have any questions, sometimes we receive questions, Patrick, why you was getting long, why you was getting short, why you was taking this trade, what was the idea behind? If I'm not explaining this so well to you, you can ask anytime and we can talk about maybe your trades, what you take. So this is really the part where you're not watching some stream like what we're doing now here on YouTube. You can now interact with us, voice to voice. You can ask any questions. So that's really cool. That's powerful. And then last but not least, 30 minutes before market closed, we have our traders talk. This is also from Monday to Thursday. We have 30-minute open mic for everyone. Traders talk is like what the topic is. It's no live trading, it's traders talk. We're talking about topics, what is in your mind, where you were struggling with, that we can give you some little lesson, helping you to grow, or we have fun together. And that's it. Also, if we have FOMC, we're trading FOMC together. If we have earnings, we're trading earnings together. So it's a really great experience. And we have people who staying since the beginning that we have the live trading room on our side. On this side, I think, Fabio, in January, we were starting the live trading room. We came now near 12 months to our first year. So it's not something what we're doing the first time. We're doing this now for 1 year. We're growing, we're learning also. We understand more what you really need to become a better MenthorQ trader. Yeah, that's really the point.
Fabio, could you switch monitor to TradingView chart? Thanks. So right now we are after also updating labels. So everything is new, everything is fresh. And what is interesting, let's jump together and cover this. So first of all, let's dive together and take a look. GAG's difference, how change on SPX. So 67.55 right now is the biggest strike. And net jack 0 DTE 67.50, later 67 and 66.50. Three main labels. Right now SPX 66.76, perhaps we will drop another 25 points and connect the dots. We are below HVL and HVL 0 DTE from SPY, also below HVL from ES, and what is sitting on 66.50 right now? HVL 0 DTE, one day mean, blind spot 4, so be careful. Right now, it's looking like that we have 50 points to the upside or 50 points to the downside as the main targets. Or plan C, we will stay in the range on this price and perhaps nothing happened later. NQ, GEX difference, exactly NDX. Now it's much more interesting. Take a look what they do from the option matrix. How they add negative regime upside. Oh boy. So right now, 24, first support, second 24, 500, 650 right now is the price on NDX, so we are not such a far. Later, 725, we are sitting below. 725 is right here. 630 is right now price of NDX. And later, 850 and chop zone 25.100 till 200. Zero DTE NDX right now, 24, 700, 690 zone is our main point. If we have support here, then we have a gap, 24, 860. So let's take a look together what has happened. Also interesting view, how change gamma perspective on VIX. So right now, 21 supporting going to the 23, max 25, or if we didn't cross 21, then we are jumping to negative regime and main target, main bigger strike, 19, 18, 17. Bomba. Simple, easy, and clear. I hope so.
Oh, and Fabio, do you see the comment on YouTube? I was going through the comments on YouTube now. Sorry, guys, if we was not answering your questions. I will be doing this now for you guys. So please put on your questions here. We will going through this. And one thing what I want talking about before we answering the questions, Giuliano, you was talking about Patrick Mache, another plus 0.5% today. Do you remind, Fabio, what we was talking about in the last live session? Where's our goal as average to make 0.5% each day, use the compound effect as much as possible. And one of our pro traders is using this. So thank you for your comment. And another 0.5% today. It's amazing. I love this. I'm more than happy. Making 4,300 US dollars with you guys. Amazing. The audio has echo of 4 seconds. Sorry, my friend. I think it's now much better. How do you add the JAX chart into trading view? So the NetJack chart is using basically the screenshot and put the graphic into trading view. We are expecting volatility to be dampened due to position gamma regime. Maybe this is a question for you, Fabio.
Yeah, I mean, like we are seeing a gamma change more. Today was negative, but the SPX kind of like had an increase in more positive compared to last week. So we are more, yeah, it's good to monitor that and look at where the HVL and the gamma flip point is. So below the HVL, we're going to see an increase in volatility. Above the HVL, we're going to see potentially lower volatility.
But let me say something about this, guys. This is something what makes me always crazy. Also, when I'm seeing this in our community, how you talking about high vol and high vol ZUDTE and about the gamma flip and something that you see in the dashboard, positive, negative gamma, and you're asking about high vol ZUDT. So first things first, we are here in a live trading session and we are traders. I hope everyone who's here in the live trading session is a trader. I love trading. But should I say something? I'm not an analyst. I know how the high vol 0 DTE is working. And I know as a trader, if we touching this, I have to be really careful. I can expect that volatility comes in. And what is this meaning for me? This is for me pinning effect first. And then we can see any reaction. But it doesn't mean that I know the direction. It can be going up, it can be going down. But I know if we coming to this area, I can now prepare my plan A, my plan B, and my plan C much better. Why? Because this is now an area of interest where I want place trades, but with patience, not too early because I don't want shut out. I want be the good trade and I want wait. And this is why I'm sometimes a little bit mad about this. If you trying to becoming more an analyst and want understanding so many stuff about this, about positive regime, negative regime, positive gamma, is there now the flip, what's going on there? Of course, this is really important as options trader. But as futures traders, come on, guys. The only thing what's important is if we can pay ourselves as a trader, if we can make a living as a trader, and last but not least, if we have a really good setup based on high vol 0 DTE in our playbook, and how we know that we can trade this. Risk management is key. All right. I wish I purchased annual subscription, so let's go. The pro session seems very valuable. Yes, I think we're doing our best. So as I said, we want that you become a better trader. So we want to help you. But tomorrow you have also a chance to prove us if we are right fit for you, if Maciej, me, and MenthorQ are the right fit for you. We will doing our best that you can take out something from what we're doing here. And don't forget, champs, tomorrow is also the day before Thanksgiving, and be thankful. And this is something what I want. I want to be thankful so much with you guys that you staying here, and with all madness, what I was saying before, I love every single comment, because you know what? You're making us stronger. And this is the team spirit, what we preaching every single day. We have to push us to the limit, to that we can become a better trader, guys. We want strong as a team. And that's why, come on, put on so many questions what you have. Put on everything what is holding you back in trading. And let's doing this together in the journey that we can become stronger. Do we have access to all these tools and the premium plan? 100%. You have access to all the tools what we were showing you. And not like this, you have also Quinn. You can ask Quinn any questions what you have. But Fabio, this is now your part.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, guys, tomorrow, over the next 2 days before Thanksgiving, we want to share a lot of the things that we've done. So if you come to our YouTube live, we're going to have another live trading session tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. So we can start similar to what we did today, playbook, live trading, and then of course we're going to have another session with Barry in the afternoon. Patrick might be there as well, and also we have 2 amazing sessions with Diana later today at 11 a.m. and Anne-Marie from Top Step X. So please don't miss that. With Diana, we're going to talk about commodities, crude oil. So that's definitely a lot of value. And then, of course, yes, Quinn is our new AI tool. We're going to present it today also on X later on. If you haven't seen it, it's evolving day by day, and it's going to become the center of our company for next year. So we're very excited about that. And any issues, guys, technical question, just come into our Discord, send us a message. We'll go over that. We have a support team that can help you guys if you have issues with your charts, with your indicators, stuff like that. So no worries.
All right. So did we miss something? Did we miss a question, guys? If we miss something, I'm really sorry. But
I think you missed entry. Put support 0DT QQQ long right now. If we come back and cross also this zone HVL and put support this for main one, oh boy, it will be very great. I collect everything.
Amazing.
But I'm glad to hear everything for you. No worries.
No worries. So no worries, guys. So that's why it's also good to working as a team. You have someone who can bullshit you. You have someone who looking into the market with you. You have someone who can make sarcasmus. You have someone who kick your ass. You have someone who take care of you. And this is something what I really like. Yeah, let's go. Squeeze the market, my friend.
More push work, more energy. Come on.
I think MSCI, Patrick, is looking for a 1%, not a 0.5%.
No, there is 1 0 more. You put that in the wrong place. Don't worry.
Yeah, I be good today, so I don't need it. Everything is fine.
All right. So I think let us know, guys, if you have questions. So tomorrow we're going to have another live session similar to this. We're going to start early at 8:30, prepare for the day. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to be live back in the market. You're going to see how Patrick and Maciej are using the data, trade live like you did today. If you missed part of this, go back. It's on YouTube. It's recorded. So just make sure you go back to the beginning of the session. The preparation is very important, and of course, like accessing the tools and the data. So you start from the data, you start from your prep, and then of course you use the tools to react to the market, live events like we did today, live for you guys.
All right. And don't miss our masterclass session today. Only available in the Pro Room. Recording only available for Pro members. So in this case, Fabio, thank you for having us here. Guys, I loved all your feedback in the chat. The guy who was sending the QQQ chart is not working. Guy, we looking into this. Send us a message on Discord or send us a message on info@mentorq.com. We was reading this, we was seeing this, and you can be 100% sure our support is working very fast. And if you don't know it, how fast we are working on our support, send a message on info@mentorq.com or go in the Discord in the premium support on support, write a message there, and you will see how fast we fix everything. Because one thing for us is really, really important, and this is you. We want that you, as subscriber, having the best service ever in the world. We want you as a trader, that you become a better trader, a better version. And we want to make the new year, 2026, the next month, next days, next weeks, we want that you become better. So no worries. We love it. We see it. We help you. And again, thank you, Maciej. Thank you
very much,
Fabio. And I cannot be there when D is live, so please say D to me.
Absolutely.
Highly appreciate everything what she's doing, because she's so amazing. She's a really good crude oil trader, not only. And we have Anne-Marie. Man, I miss her. So sometimes I think we have to go live together with Anne-Marie.
But yeah, so have a good time. We see us tomorrow. And guys, thank you for joining us.
And and before we go, Patrick, there's a question about new features 2026. We're going to have a live session on Monday, and we're going to discuss that. So, Drew, thank you for the question. Stay tuned. We're going to go over that. But there's a lot coming in 2026. So, big plans. Stay tuned. More coming. And see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. New futures, Fabio. I remember last year.
Yeah.
I was designing the trading roadmap, what you have in your indicators, if in your trading view, in your other tools where you're using. So you have the trading roadmap. This was last year. One Christmas gift, what Fabio was giving me, he was telling me, hey, Patrick, that's your Christmas presenting so that you have not to do this manually anymore. And I know that something is in the pipeline, new Christmas gifts. So that's why stay tuned. There will be launching some amazing stuff.
I'm waiting.
Yes, good. A lot
what
of
you cannot
Christmas.
missing.
Yeah. Christmas gift for you, Maciej, as well.
Okay, I'm waiting for this. No worries.
Awesome,
All right.
guys. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you for today. See you soon. Bye bye. Have a good trade.